Before you wash your hands again, I want you to do something. Look at your hands. Now ask yourself one simple question. Are they actually clean, or do they just look clean? Because in the next few minutes, you're about to discover a mistake so common that millions of people make it every single day without realizing it. A mistake that can undo your entire hand-washing routine in less than 5 seconds. Think about that. You wash your hands with soap. You scrub carefully. You rinse them under clean water. You feel safe. But what if I told you that just moments later, you may be putting thousands of germs right back onto your freshly cleaned hands? It sounds unbelievable, yet once you see it, you'll never be able to unsee it. In fact, after watching this video, there's a very good chance you'll change the way you wash your hands for the rest of your life. Here's something most people never think about. Every cold, every stomach bug, every seasonal flu doesn't always spread because someone sneezed near you. Sometimes it spreads because of one tiny habit you repeat several times every single day. A habit so automatic that your brain doesn't even notice you're doing it anymore. And that's exactly why it's so dangerous. What's even more surprising is that this habit isn't talked about enough. People are constantly reminded to wash their hands. You've heard it your entire life. Wash before eating. Wash after using the restroom. Wash after coughing or sneezing. But almost nobody tells you what happens immediately after your hands are clean. And that's where the real problem begins. Imagine spending 20 seconds removing germs from your hands, only to put many of them right back a few seconds later. It's like taking a shower, then putting on dirty clothes, or brushing your teeth, then eating a spoonful of sugar. The effort wasn't wasted, but the final step quietly erased much of the benefit. Now here's something that may surprise you even more. Scientists have found that people touch their face far more often than they realize. Without thinking, you rub your eyes, scratch your nose, adjust your glasses, touch your lips, pick up your phone, reach for your food, and every one of those small movements gives harmful germs another opportunity to reach your body. The scary part? You usually don't feel it happening. There are no warning signs, no pain, no strange sensation, just one innocent touch. And the chain has already begun. The good news is that protecting yourself doesn't require expensive disinfectants. It doesn't require wearing gloves everywhere, and it certainly doesn't require living in fear of germs. It requires understanding one simple mistake that almost everyone makes after washing their hands. And once you know what it is, you'll wonder why nobody ever told you sooner. Because the biggest hand-washing mistake isn't during the wash. It's what happens immediately after. And what you're about to see next may completely change the way you think about clean hands forever. A few years ago, researchers watched something fascinating. They asked people to wash their hands exactly the way health experts recommend. Soap, 20 seconds, careful scrubbing, a perfect hand wash. Almost everyone believed they had done everything right. But the moment they finished, nearly every person made the exact same mistake. Not 5 minutes later, not 1 minute later, immediately. And chances are, you do it too. Let's slow that moment down. You've just finished washing your hands. The water is still running. Tiny drops are sliding off your fingertips. Your skin feels fresh. You know you've removed dirt, oil, and a large number of harmful microorganisms. If someone took a picture right now, this would probably be the cleanest your hands will be all day. But watch what happens next. Almost without thinking, your hand reaches toward the faucet. Not because you have to think about it, because your brain has done it thousands of times before. You grab the handle, twist it, and the moment your fingers touch that surface, your perfectly clean routine is interrupted. Not because the soap failed, not because you didn't scrub long enough, but because you touched the one object that your dirty hands touched before you even started washing. It's such a simple mistake, most people never notice it. Now imagine you're the 10th person to use that sink today, or the 50th, or the 100th. Every single person who walked away left something behind. Not always dangerous, not always enough to make someone sick. But every touch increases the opportunity for germs to move from one person to the next. That's how transmission works. Not through one dramatic event, but through hundreds of tiny, forgettable moments that happen every single day. And here's something even more interesting. Your brain loves routines. Once a habit is repeated enough times, your brain puts it on autopilot. That's why you don't consciously think about turning off the faucet. You just do it. In fact, you probably couldn't remember how you turned off the faucet the last 5 times you washed your hands. That's how automatic this behavior has become. Now here's the good news. Changing this habit is incredibly simple. If paper towels are available, dry your hands first. Then use that same paper towel to turn off the faucet. Use it again to open the restroom door. Then throw it away before you leave. 1 paper towel, 2 extra seconds, a completely different outcome. Now, if there are no paper towels, don't panic. Many newer buildings use motion-activated faucets or foot-operated systems, which reduce the need to touch the handle at all. Some people use the back of their wrist or elbow when appropriate, rather than their fingertips. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is reducing unnecessary opportunities for contamination, because every unnecessary touch creates another opportunity, and every opportunity creates another link in the chain. But believe it or not, the faucet isn't the biggest problem. There's something else you touch almost every day, often within seconds of washing your hands. And studies have shown it can carry far more microorganisms than most people ever imagine. It's probably within arm's reach of you right now. That object is your phone. Think about it for just a moment. It's probably the one thing you touch more than anything else during the day. You pick it up after shopping, after driving, after opening doors, after using an ATM, after touching elevator buttons, sometimes even after using a public restroom. Yet unlike your hands, most people rarely think about cleaning it. Now here's the important part. This doesn't mean your phone is dangerous, and it certainly doesn't mean every surface is covered with harmful germs waiting to make you sick. Your immune system is incredibly powerful. Every single day it protects you from countless microorganisms without you ever noticing. The purpose of this video isn't to make you afraid of the world around you. It's to help you recognize the small habits that quietly increase unnecessary exposure. Because good health is often built on small decisions repeated consistently. One unnecessary touch may not matter, but hundreds of unnecessary touches, day after day, week after week, can increase the chances of transferring germs from one surface to another. That's why simple habits can make such a big difference. If you've just washed your hands, pause for a second before reaching for your phone. If your phone looks dirty, clean it according to the manufacturer's recommendations. When you're in a public restroom, use a paper towel to turn off the faucet and open the door if one is available. At home, replace damp hand towels regularly and pay a little extra attention to high-touch surfaces when someone in the family is sick. And perhaps the most important habit of all, try to avoid touching your eyes, your nose, and your mouth unless your hands are clean. Most of us do it without even realizing it, but becoming aware of that habit alone can make a meaningful difference over time. Remember, good hygiene isn't about trying to eliminate every germ. That's impossible. In fact, not every microorganism is harmful. The goal is much simpler. Reduce unnecessary opportunities for germs to travel. Protect yourself, protect the people you love, and let your immune system do the rest. So the next time you wash your hands, don't stop when the soap is gone. Think about what your clean hands touch next. Because sometimes, the biggest hand-washing mistake isn't the washing itself, it's everything that happens afterward. If you found this video helpful, share it with someone you care about. One simple habit could help protect a parent, a grandparent, a friend, or even a child. And if you'd like to learn more practical health tips backed by science and explained in a simple way, be sure to subscribe and join us for the next video. Until then, take care of yourself, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next one.